So we're going to start lying down. I know you probably only just got up, but we're going to start lying down on our back, palms facing up. And we're just going to breathe here. Breathing in for 3, breathing out for 5. I want you to feel is focus on the movement from the chest and from the stomach. So feel where the breath is coming from. Aiming to breathe into the lower ribs and in the belly rather than the chest. At the top of the chest lifting up so we can get this kind of belly breathing activated. So breathing in, breathing out for 5, and feeling the rib cage expanding outwards as well. Just taking nice steady breaths, breathing in for 3, feeling the rise of the chest and the belly, and breathing out for 5. And let's just take 3 more of those breaths. Each time feeling the lungs and the ribs expanding a little bit more out to the side. Allowing the body just to sink down and feel the contact with the mat. Lovely. Then bring your feet up and bring your knees into your chest. We're just going to rock the knees back into here. So we're going to do quite a short practice really today. It's only going to be a half-hour practice, but just enough to get you moving in the morning. And if you're new to yoga as well, it's just a nice introduction to yoga. So take your arms out to the side, bring your feet down to the floor, take a breath in, and as you breathe out you're going to drop your knees to one side whilst looking over to the other side. You should feel that nice stretch down the side of the body and the hips and into the back. If you're used to this stretch, you can take your legs a little bit further away and just breathe in. On the out breath, allow the shoulders to relax and sink down to the floor. So it's all about following the breath really, keeping that breath flowing, feeling the stretch for the body. There's a great saying in yoga which is surrender to the posture. So it's just that great releasing off as you breathe out. Take a breath in, back to the center, and then breathe out. So you've either got your feet on the floor, or if you're going for a bit more of a stretch, lift them up and then turning the opposite way to your legs. Such a great stretch, especially if you have any lower back problems like myself. I get quite twingy in my lower back, and this is definitely one of my go-to exercises to help to stretch out the back. Just nice deep breathe in, surrendering to that posture. And then on the next in-breath, bring it back to the center. We're going to drop the left foot down, bring the right leg across, the right ankle across the left, lift up, grabbing hold of the back leg if you can. And we're just going to rock side to side here. You feel a nice stretch in the legs, in the glutes, or just see where you feel the stretch. Everyone feels things in slightly different places, but just acknowledging where you do feel it. So bring that awareness of where the stretch is happening. And then we're going to drop that right foot down, take the left leg up. You're going to flex your foot, pulling the toes down as far as you can towards your body, holding this leg, feeling the stretch. So we take a breath in, and as we breathe out, that's when we pull the leg maybe a little bit closer towards us to feel that stretch. It's always the out breath that you allow that leg to come a little bit closer. Same with any of the stretches. Take the movement on the out breath. Lovely stuff. And then we're going to switch over. So we're going to take that left ankle over the right. And then we're going to rock here, side to side. By moving this posture, you can feel the stretch shifting, and hopefully it feels quite nice. Especially if you've been doing the other sessions throughout the week and you have a little bit of muscle soreness. This is a great one if you've been doing lots of squats and the different workouts. Okay, dropping that left leg, right leg up, pulling the toes towards you. Breathing in and breathing out, allowing that out breath for the leg to come a bit closer. And the nice thing about starting off with the yoga on the floor is that your body feels quite safe the closer it is to the ground. So we can get some nice stretches here while the body feels safe, especially if you're just starting out. And let's release that off. Grab a hold of your shins or your feet or wherever you are, wherever you can reach. And just grab a hold and take a breath in as you lift up, bringing the legs towards you and breathing out, lowering down. And again, breathing in, lifting up, and breathing out. One more of these. Breathing in, so just trying to bring the feet close to the head. And breathing out, releasing that off. Let's take the body long now, so taking the legs out. Shimmy up a bit, arms above the head. Take a nice stretch, especially if you've just woken up. It's a nice kind of morning stretch out, pointing the fingertips, pointing the toes, and then relax. We're going to walk the feet over to the right. So you're staying on your back, but you're going to make a little, as if there was a camera above your head and you were trying to make a moon shape. So I don't want you to roll over onto your side. You're just going to stay in this moon shape. So you walk your arms over to the right, walk your legs over to the right, and you should feel a nice stretch all down the left side. Remember, never go into any pain, you just go in so that you can feel a stretch, and that's going to be different for everybody. And then let's walk the feet, so you're just walking the heels over to the other side, reaching over, and just feeling that nice stretch down the right side. And it might feel different. I know for me, I feel more of a stretch down the left than it does on the right. So just being aware of how you're feeling it and where you're feeling it. Lovely. And then walk your feet back to the center. Bring in your feet up. It's kind of better to have bare feet for this, but my feet are cold. I'm keeping my socks on. So bringing the hands back down to the side. We're going to do some warming up of the spine, and there's Pilates and yoga. We use both of the same movement. So we're just going to shift the pelvis to start with. So you're just tipping the pelvis down. So when I say tipping the pelvis down, that's kind of going down to the ground that way, and then tip the pelvis up coming this way. So this is the same when we go into the cat-cow. So tipping it down, actually we say it differently the other way around. Ignore that. Tipping down, lifting up. We'll stick with this for the moment. So you just get that rock of the pelvis. And this is, again, is a really nice one if you're got any lower back problems. A good one just to shift up and down. Okay, so keeping that pelvis tucked under now. So reaching up, we're going to roll the spine off the floor. You're going to come up, and then you're going to keep the pelvis tucked up as you lower down, aiming to slowly roll the spine. Let's go again, breathing in, tucking up, and breathing out, rolling down, trying to place each vertebra down on the floor so that we don't get that kind of plonk down of the lower back. Again, breathing in, rolling up, and breathing out, rolling down. So really good for any back issues. Breathing in, rolling up, breathing out, rolling down. We're going to do one more. Breathing in, rolling up, pushing it up, breathing out, rolling down. Lovely. Bring the knees into the chest again. Just rock side to side. Okay, we're going to roll up to a sitting position. If for any reason you don't want to roll through the spine, that's fine. You can just sit up. But I do like to do a little rock up. It's a good way to massage the spine. If you've got any spinal problems, just bring yourself to sit in a different way. Otherwise, have a little bit of fun with a bit of rolling up. Then one more. Bring it to a nice sitting position. Lovely. Okay. So bring yourself to cross-legged. If you find it difficult to sit like this, you can put a cushion behind your bum, just to sit you up nice and tall. So let's sit up nice and tall, bringing the spine nice and straight as if your head's being pulled up to the ceiling. And we're going to take a little flow side to side. So taking your hand out to the side, let's take a breath in. Reaching over and breathing out, coming back. We're going to go 3 times with this. Breathing in and breathing out. One more. And then we're going to float over to the other side. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Breathe in and breathe it out. Lovely stuff. Just roll the shoulders. Breathe nice and deeply. I'm going to bring a little bit of movement into the neck. So just taking a breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to curl your chin down towards the chest, as if you're scooping a ball under the chin. And as you breathe out, you're going to lift the chin up. You're going to lift the chin away so that you're not locking the neck at the back. Just one more, scooping down. And breathing out, just lifting the chin up. So making length here at the front and then back to the center. Relax your shoulders here. You don't want to do any of this with tense shoulders. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, just gently drop in the ear to the shoulder. But think about melting the shoulder. Breathe it in, back to the center. So we breathe into the center and breathe out as we relax, but we're not forcing, and you just go in as far as your head will allow. No tension at all in the shoulders. Just gently moving side to side. We're just going to go one more each side. So it should feel nice, gentle, flowy, no yanking, forcing, tension. Just breathing steady. So good to release the neck if you have any neck tension or headaches. Back to the center. Lovely. Bring yourself onto all fours. We're going to do some more back warming up. So just a little bit with the cat-cow. So the same kind of thing that we did when we were on our backs. We're just going to curl the pelvis under and out. So I'm not going into a cat-cow just yet. I'm just seeing what the hips, if the hips are moving and stretching into the lower back. Sometimes we can be a little bit tight here, and then the upper back does all the movement for us. So just releasing off the lower back is good. We'll just start with that little bit of movement, and then we're just going to do a few through the cat-cow. So taking a breath in, dropping the belly, tipping the pelvis back, head up, but not straining too much. And as you breathe out, tuck the pelvis under, drop the head and push, rounding the back up. Breathing in, pelvis back, drop the belly, head coming forward. And breathing out, tucking the pelvis under, rounding up, pushing the floor away. And let's have one more. Breathing in, taking it back. It should feel really good through the spine. Really waking it up. And then coming back to center, we're going to do a little looking for the tail. So take a breath in, you're going to look over your right shoulder and bring your right hip around as if you're looking for your tail. Breathe into the center, breathe out, look over your shoulder. Breathe into the center, breathe out, look over your shoulder. So again, lovely stretch in the lower back. Breathe into the center, breathe out. Looking over your shoulder. Excellent. Let's sit back into child's pose. So you take your knees wide, take it back and reach forward if you can. You might not reach the floor here, so you might be on your elbows, maybe balancing on your hands. But just sit back. Perhaps your bum isn't sitting all the way back and you're kind of up here. That's fine too. Just see where you can just find a little bit of relaxation in a position that's like this. We're just going to take a little breath here. And we're not going to spend too much time on our knees. So if you have any knee problems, we're going to be moving out of this soon. So breathing it in, coming back up. And just give your hips a little wiggle, side to side, loosening that off. Excellent. Sitting back onto your legs. We are going to bend the toes and just see if you can sit here for a second, just stretching into the feet. And take a nice breath here. And then bring your hands forward again. And we're going to rock just a little bit into opening the back again. So kind of coming into a little bit of a cobra. And then sitting back. So just to stretch the back out the other way. Breathing in and breathing out as you come forward. But just do whatever you can with this. Let's see how it feels. Last one, breathing in and breathe it out. Lovely. Bring it onto your bum. Let's give the legs a little shake. I'm just gonna shake out everything here. Lovely stuff. Okay, bring in one leg in, with the other leg out. And again, if you need to put a cushion, so if you feel like you're a little bit back here like this, you just put a cushion, like wedge it under, so that kind of helps to tip the pelvis forwards a little bit. So bringing it here, sitting up nice and tall again, as if you're being pulled up to the ceiling. Just take a nice deep breath, and then let's one more breath in now. Breathing in, bring the hands together, and as you breathe out, you're going to turn to face the leg, and then just come to placing the hands on the leg, wherever that is. Should feel a nice stretch in the back. If you're quite bendy, you might want to reach to the feet. Otherwise, we're just going to take a little chill here. Breathe in and stretching forward. So nice deep breaths. Giving that side stretch. And breathing in back to the center. Let's switch it over. Again, cushion behind the bum if you need that lift forward. Take a breath in. Hands together, face towards the leg that's long in front of you, and take your hands down and just breathe. Nice deep breaths, and just again surrender to that posture. Feel where the stretch is. For me, I feel it mostly here because that's where I get my tightness. You might be feeling it in the legs. So try to relax the rest of the body while you feel that stretch. Lovely, and release it off, and then you're going to bring your feet in front of you, and you're just going to help to open up the hips a little bit. So bring in, take your hands behind you, and bring your knees down to the floor. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come up off the floor now. So you could do that however you want to, or you can come up in a little frog, which is quite fun. We could take a few breaths here. So you could drop your heels down as much as you can, round your body round. And then as you breathe in, kind of come up onto your toes and look forward. And again, breathe out, round in the back. Breathe in, come up onto your toes, look forward. And this one, we're going to do a forward bend now. So lifting the bum up, letting your arms dangle down, release your head, relax your shoulders. And wherever you are on this forward bend, you might be up here, and that's okay too. Just relax it down. This is a great one to just open the back, using gravity to be the force on this one, while we just relax into that forward bend. And then you're going to bend your knees, and you're going to slowly come up. Very, very slowly. Your head's going to come up last. And I'm going to move the camera so you can actually see what's going on. There we go. Lovely stuff. So let's give it a little twist side to side. Just letting the arms go floppy. Breathing nice and deeply still. And then you're going to bring your opposite hand to knee. Lovely stuff. Okay, I'm going to have to take my socks off now. This one, we're going to do a little warrior pose. So you can either walk or jump your feet apart. So take a breath in, bend the knees and jump the legs wide. So with this, your feet want to be approximately underneath your wrists. So try and figure that one out. And then we're going to pivot on the right foot. So the right foot's going to face this directly to the side and the other foot is facing forward. And bring it into warrior posture. So you want to make sure your shoulders are relaxed and down. Looking over your right finger and getting a nice lunge with this knee, but the knee is above the ankle, so we're not traveling forward like this. So there you go, that's your warrior two posture. Feeling grounded in that back left foot. Feeling strong throughout the arms. Lovely. Excellent. Okay, we're going to take this over to the other side, so bring it back to the center and then switch it over, bend in and over to the left side. There we go. So keep making sure that that knee isn't traveling over your toes, looking through the left finger, breathing nice and deeply. Excellent. Looking good, everyone. Bring it back, bring your hands to your hips, bend the knees, and bring it back, give it a little shake out. Wonderful. Give it another little spin. This is a great way to just get everything moving. You get a bit of a massage into your internal organs. And if you keep your feet flat on the floor as well, it helps to put everything back into place is the only way I can describe it. Might get a few adjustments through the body. Excellent. We're going to finish off with our connecting heaven and earth, so we can connect ourselves, ground ourselves down to the earth, but connect ourselves to everything around us. So this is a great movement. I use this quite often. It's very old and it crosses over from yoga, India, China, lots of Eastern practices. So one of my favorites. Take a breath in, sweeping up, bring the palms together above your head, and as you breathe out, bring the hands down in front of the chest. Bend the knees, take a breath in, take the right hand up, bending at the wrists, looking up at the right hand, feel that stretch through the body. As you breathe out, bring the palms together, and breathing in, reaching up, and breathing out, bringing it back together. Breathing in, reaching up, looking up at the hand, bending at the wrist. Breathing out, bring it back together, over to the left, stretching up, really get that bend at the wrist, because it opens the energy channels, but also, as far forward now, it also works to help to strengthen and stretch your wrists, especially if you're using keyboards quite a lot. So again, forward bend, just relax. Allow that out breath to let the body sink down a little bit more. Let's take one more breath. And then bend the knees. We're going to swish the hands, making a figure of 8. So as you come up, start to come up slowly. Bring your arms, swishing them around in a figure of 8. And taking it all the way up. Taking the backs of the hands together. Breathe in, breathe out. Bringing the hands down again, roll the shoulders back. And then give the feet a shake, so as if you're trying to get the foot off the end of the leg. Random but good and effective. And same with the hands, give them a shake. And then give the whole body a little bit of a wiggle. We're going to finish off with our bouncing. You almost got away with me not doing the bouncing, but feels so good to do it. So bend through the knees. Just let the whole body go floppy. This helps to energize you. Bring the hands up if you want to, let the wrists go floppy. Get you energized for the day. Wake you up. It's also good to kind of shake out any kind of exercise really. So if anything got a little bit stuck or was quite intense for the body, it's good just to shake it out. And then bring yourself to a standstill. Close your eyes, hopefully feel that kind of tingling sensation maybe through the legs and the hands. That's all your energy flowing, blood flowing, lymph flowing, getting the movement in the body. And then we're going to bring the hands to the chest. Just breathing nice and deeply, keeping the knees slightly bent. Bring a smile to your face and love in your heart. And then bring your hands together in a prayer position in front of the heart. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining in this practice this morning. And that smile on your face, love in your heart. May your day go well. Be filled with joy. Thank you very much. Namaste everyone. Lots of love.